bisexual.
Let's make sure. There we go. All right. make sure we are all audible in our streams. Okay. Hey! Thank you for joining us this morning. I, as always, am Captain Valen here with the coolest kids who need no introduction, and we basically just jump right into it. All right, we're in a fucking crazy swamp village. I believe it's still relatively early in the day, like 1 p.m., 2 p.m. region. They've just met the mayor of this quaint little swamp village, Thaddeus Montreal Montgomery, who
He was not the first, though.
he was not the first that they met, but he was when they met.
No.
Rhonda was the barmaid who is behind the counter at the moment, and Concalio was a guard of the town, so to speak. The group kind of just asked for some information about where they were, where they can go. If anybody else remembers more vividly than me, please jump in, because reasons. I don't remember games, and I hate the sound of my voice, so I can't go back and watch streams. So, but we're in a bar now, so you all have drinks. The mayor has went back to their own business, and you are free to role play and figure out what you guys are trying to do next. What steps you want to take, what things you want to do.
I think Toga ordered some mushrooms to eat.
All right. Even without rolling, while you're trying to do that, you notice that every place where there could be, and Toga knows a good bit about finding some mushrooms, but every place they would be, they aren't. Like, this place has been picked clean. And even while you're out there, you notice there's like barely anything that could be useful outside of water that hasn't been stripped clean. Like, this whole place is like, I don't want to say barren, but it is, for a swamp, it's just surprising.
I think originally we were coming here to warn them about the first spark, the dragon.
Oh yeah, well, you found this on your way to find the I think you are looking for the chief, right? Gruplick and Craig.
You.
Right?
Think-
That's
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're
this
looking
is
for
just
both.
a little something on the way. Then, like a small town that you found, because
And I also asked if there was anything I could fight, but the answer was no.
You can fight me, says Toga.
You don't want that.
Maybe I do.
Bakuta is like, if we're gonna do something like that, we are not going to do it here.
Is look at the goblin, and I'm very confused.
You are judging books by their covers, cousin.
Just testing
No,
the
it's
blood
not.
of
It's
the
not.
storm.
It's not a judgment. He's had an obsession with me, and now he's offering to wrestle.
That's not true. I'm obsessed with your daddy.
Mm. Right. Okay. I'm
It's
gonna
more
go
like a
back to my
fanboy
food,
thing.
if you say so. And he just kind of scoots like a couple inches further from the goblin.
Ham, Ro, you're there. You were just still a bit in shock after all of the stuff that happened, so you can choose when you speak up or like what have you. It's not like we like. Anyway,
Do we have any leads?
right now, just well, you have a direction like that way from I believe from the mayor, because if that's what you're looking for, like they know who that is. They're both like actually like proper, I guess, like politically powerful. It's not like, I don't know how to put it, but this dude's like a fake mayor, that dude's a real fucking chief. Like that's the difference, you know what I mean?
Right. No, I'm worried. Like I'm wondering. They didn't. They said they didn't see Chick last session, right?
Chick was kidnapped, and
So we're just. So this is like a stop. In other words, this doesn't actually contribute to the mission to find Chick. So I think I just take him and
nobody said that.
that's what I'm asking.
But I can't just tell you. All right? Like no, but nobody has said that. Like there's
there's no leads yet, but there could be leads here.
yes. You've spoken with 3 people. And you haven't even hit the bazaar yet to see what you can hawk.
We don't have much to hawk. I think we decided last time, didn't we? Or
Yeah.
do we have a list?
We don't have any. Yeah, we don't have anything to sell.
You guys have things to
One
sell.
collar.
I'm a bit
one-
confused because I thought we were having mushrooms. I swear there was some mushroom that was a coded dish and we were in a restaurant.
Yeah, 2 fungi.
Like, I don't know why we're outside because we'd gone for like.
No, you're not outside right now. You're in the bar still. Like that much hasn't changed.
Right. Because I thought there was gonna. They said there was a secret code and now I'm a bit confused.
I think that was meant for a joke to the bar and the waiter and the chef.
Yeah, that wasn't. It was code, but I don't know if you're familiar with like American restaurant shorthand.
Yeah, it's like everywhere.
Yeah, it's like saying a short stack or like
Potatoes.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Told that follow up joke. I was like,
Yeah,
"Two
yeah.
cranks on the farm, burn it, make it float."
Yeah, all that shit. But even as you eat this, you can tell this is it is a mushroom soup. Technically, it's just scant on the mushrooms at the moment.
Toga likes it, I guess.
And Toga liked it, I guess. There you go.
I mean, he ordered it.
He ordered it.
I think Ty is gonna just like down whatever's left of the soup in like one big gulp, and he's gonna just say, "Well, I'm gonna go walk around until I find what the hell we're looking for," which to Ty at the moment is very much the alligator man that he came here to warn about dragons and see if they had any insight into Jeffrey.
Fair. All right.
Because we were given a that way direction, and the mayor wanted to talk to us in private. The mayor, so I'll see who I find first.
I'll follow you.
Are we at like a long table with a long bench where everybody's sitting, or is it like individual chairs?
Probably individual chairs in a circle. You know what I mean? Like that. Probably a stool more than a chair, you know?
Okay. So yeah, that's he just kind of looks at the goblin and looks around. He's like, "You guys gonna come with, or you guys stay here?"
Yeah, I'll come with.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Let's go already.
My cousin is here again. He was like MIA for a little bit. Is that still not true?
Oh shit,
Yeah,
no. All right, then I retcon that. If he went MIA, then I
He was MIA when we got in the town.
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I forgot
Uh,
that.
yeah, yeah, it's good.
so is
And
he here
as,
now?
as I'm
Or...
leaving, like Rhonda, you make good mushrooms.
Well, thank you, sugar. We do the best with what we got, even if it ain't much. Now y'all come back. Now you here.
And I meander in whatever that way direction I was told to go.
All right. As you kind of like get away from the welcome center, you know, the place where people first come in and they see, like the 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 merchants and the fucking bar. You start to see like there are like wagon wheels in front of people's yards, the sides of entire carriages, but not like the underside of the carriage. There's like an axe. There's like axles in people's front lawns. This is a really like unkept place, but people seem to have a lot of something, even if it doesn't add up to anything.
See,
I don't know
Is
how many
this what they
people.
call lawn ornaments?
is um, is there like any kind of, I don't know, like, sorry, I'm assuming that like there's like schools.
That's a rough assumption. This is you definitely not anything you would even begin to recognize as a school.
Oh,
Yeah, this is the this place is not the book learning place.
that's not what school means, but like, okay, does that mean there's no form of childcare at all? Like, how does their society handle you? Oh,
they
shit.
learn from experience.
Yeah, like if they make it back from the swamp, then
Yeah,
they get to keep
child
going.
labor and
Yeah, like this is not like yeah, this is not um
civilized.
yeah, it's just
Okay, I
south of
just
civilized. Yeah, I think that's a good
right.
way to put it.
Does anybody does anybody remember the Ferengi from Star Trek always quoting laws of acquisition? I I just remember I just thought of just these lizard people in the swamp being like law of the swamp number 47. When you walk too
That's fucking solid. I might steal that later.
Are the streets like filled with people? Not filled with people? Are there varying
There
like races?
it's predominantly amphibian races. Like you see uh some you see like grung, well, probably for your first time, lizard folk for your third time, and the lizard folk come in like all shapes and sizes, from newt to iguana to komodo. Like they're big, and like some alligator, some this, some that, like, you know what I mean. So there are, it is a veritable feast for the eyes as far as like color and texture and stuff goes.
Um, did I get any like? I'm just gonna stop some random on the street, maybe one that looks like an alligator. When I see him, and just be like, "Do you know where your chief is?"
Like I say, we ain't got no chief around here. It's just little boy Mayor there.
Okay.
Yeah, the only chief. Phew. For that, you gotta go all the way down to the Conquela. Yeah, you gotta talk to her. That's where the chief lies, and kind of points in the same direction that the mayor pointed.
What
But,
is a concala? You're saying words I don't understand, sir.
oh, now
That's a
sir, be my
town.
pappy. That ain't nothing to do with me. But I can't speak no clear for you, friend. But you just head on yonder and you'll find Conquela, yeah?
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
I'll just awkwardly scooch away.
You have yourself a day, big man. All right.
I
Okay.
think Rosehip is probably like in Ty's shadow. Like Ty probably only knows that Rosehip's there because they are holding on to like the back of Ty's jacket kind of situation, like whatever is on the back of Ty. And like so every now and again when like Rose not quite fast enough, like he feels the tiny tug of her catching up. Um
You don't have to hang on. You can just be up here. He like gestures to his shoulder. You want a better view?
like she furiously nods and just kind of like scrambles like into the shoulder position that at this point has become almost normal. Um
Yep.
and kind of uses it as like a vantage point to try and like help navigate the like bustle.
And once you get up there, he's just gonna like look at you and your birds see anything interesting?
Oh, that's a good idea. And like quah! Like flutters like briefly in front of them. And while you're kind of like able to hold on to like Ro, um
Hmm.
Ro uses the bird's sight to kind of get an idea of like the scale of this place, what direction the mayor's house might genuinely be in, but like also what this Concala place is, like what direction that looks like it's in. Obviously, like over the canopy, you wouldn't be able to see through, but like just like to the lowest parts of it, right? So that like there's enough visibility to try and get like a good eye view.
The the space isn't big. It seems after the welcoming area that you walked through, it's really just like tight, small dwellings with more or less garbage in their front lawn until the houses stop. Garbage lingers for like a little bit, but kind of does at least something to create a barrier around the village. At least from the bird's eye view.
Mm.
And but it's not like anything. The garbage is nothing useful. Just in case you're curious, it's just like rotting wood and pieces of this or that, like old houses that have just been crumbled and left to the swamp, things like that.
Okay.
The bazaar where everything's being sold, even though it seemed like really scant, seems to be like the main thing. Like it seems to be where everything is.
Just as a point of clarification, the thing you're calling the Concala, is that the bazaar?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No,
Fair.
we were told that the chief Griplock, no, Graplik,
Graplik, you
Like,
Yeah.
and Grog are from there.
that you would find them if you found Kinkela.
No, I mean, we were told when we talked with them months ago.
I think you're misremembering, or I.
No, I have
fucked
it
up
in my
slightly.
notes.
Because I when we
I
get
have
there.
Concala in my notes. It's
Yes.
not. It's not a new thing.
No, I know you have Concala in there. It's just what it is might have been misunderstood.
I thought, and correct me if I'm wrong, I thought Kinkala was the closest concept to a god system, but it was the swamp itself. It wasn't like
Yeah.
a god as such as it was the personification of the godlike entity that they believe in the swamp to be.
It's not a god, but they worship it in the swamp.
Yeah.
I think is the best way to word that. I might have flowered it up a bit. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah.
I just have swampy area.
And that's fair.
In the
That's
south.
fair. It's
I
And
do remember you
religion
being
and land.
like saying like, "Oh, that's Konkala," but also the swamp is Konkala. I do remember that as well.
yeah.
And-
That's I don't know how to explain it, but it'll be clear later. Like
Grapple crack.
this is hopefully a trust the process situation, and if it
Grapple
turns out
crack
bad,
that I don't know what
don't
it
trust
is.
the process.
Yeah, so I'm a little confused at what I saw. So like I saw that past the welcome area there's not much stuff. Did I see any sign of the mayor's abode? Like, did we see anything about that?
All the houses look relatively the same. Like it's
Okay.
really hard to. Do you know what a trailer park is? I don't know if they like.
Kind of. I know what it is in concept.
Yeah,
obviously,
it's
I've
like
never
a
seen it.
tighter, uglier trailer park.
Okay, okay. In that case, yeah. So I'll come back into my own brain and I'll kind of like boot tie on the forehead and to like signal that I'm back and say, I can't tell the difference between any of the houses. But I do remember he was a wanton taunton man, number 13. He wasn't the first one, he was the 13th one. So maybe these are all wanton taunton houses.
Oh, you said words I don't understand, but
His name, Thomas Wanton Taunton.
Taunton. That's and Ty having been like so just like confused over the last like 24 hours, just starts like practicing that word in his mouth over. He's just like wanton taunton. That's about my whole brain right now.
I think that's okay. I think so long as we say his name right, Wanting Tauntington, then
Tauntington.
it'll be fine.
Okay.
Ham.
Oh,
While
no,
these
there's
two
only
are like mush mouthing back and forth at each other, again, out of the corner of your eye, you see that figure, that vague image in the just in your periffs to outside of your periffs, that little that lizard brain space that like we don't keep track of but our brain always notices, you know what I mean? And you can feel that presence, and of course when you go to look, there's nothing there. But you know when you know at this point that you can't be like it can't just be a hallucination, right? Right? Right. Hello?
I think Ham is sitting.
Jakob?
I stepped into the kitchen to get some toast. I apologize.
How dare you?
I've taken on the concept that every time the screen goes black and Jacob gets quiet, it's because he's shoving food in his face.
And it's not honestly, it's a smart bet.
It's 100%.
Hear me out. I do feel like it's roleplay. Because Ham has stopped eating so much, so we shouldn't see him eat. Like,
Oh, I see what it is. I like it.
you know?
I like it.
You might
That's
have to repeat what you said for Jacob though, because like I'll be real, even I forgot and I was listening.
Oh, yeah. Essentially, while those two are mush mouthing back and forth like wah wah blah blah blah, you get that vision again, and just that edge of your periffs, that lizard brain space that you're always keeping track of, even if not consciously, and you can feel that figure standing there, and you can feel it. You know, at this point, it's not an illusion, but when you look and like at the space where you saw this, there's nothing there that even indicates anything was there. Like people walking through without like noticing the 8 foot fucking shadowy figure that, you know what I mean?
I think some of the starting packs, the starting equipment, come with a mirror. Is that true?
Yeah, the Thief's one does.
Yeah, the Thieves one does, but most don't.
Okay, I don't have the mirror. Is my shield shiny? Can I pretend to be looking at
Oh,
my shield?
that is not the kind of shield you have, sadly. Your shield has many functions that don't like. It's got the beard and the face. It would be really hard to like see a clear image.
Is there
But
in all of this trash? Is there a piece of broken mirror or some kind
I
of?
mean, sure, it's yes. You
A
can
knife.
see like a piece of like small metal that you can just polish up real quick on your side, and you can try to look if you'd like.
Nonchalant. Like, what's this?
Yeah, there's nothing there, but now that feeling of someone there, someone watching you, is extremely like it is top level. This is top of your mind. Like that feeling is like sinking into your skin now, so to speak. And roll me. I'm so old school. I want to say religion because you're a paladin, and I know that even though the exact thing I'm doing has nothing to do with religion and everything to do with the paladin. Like, do you have?
History, maybe?
Yeah, I was leaning towards history or.
There's not really like roll for culture.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Give
Just intelligence? Just
no, give me a wisdom check. I think because this is trying to like intuit what this is. You know,
yeah. 16?
16. Nice, solid roll. Yeah, you're not 100% sure, but the feeling you have is it brings you back to when you were a fucking kid and you were first thrown in front of a forge, and you remember the way your father stared at you, judging your every movement, judging every strike of your hammer, finding every flaw in every minute thing. That piercing gaze that didn't care about the good and only looked for your flaws, because as you know the teachings were, you're supposed to be good, you're not supposed to do bad. You know what I mean? So
This doesn't feel like it is my dad, but it reminds
no, it's definitely 100% not your dad, like, but that kind of over the shoulder domineering like judgment that would come with that. Like that's just the
Kayla's watching this.
well, you know that's not it.
Okay. Well, I already told people that we're being followed, so if I guess I can't do anything else except say we're still being watched. I'll tell people I can still tell we're being watched.
Okay.
Do you think like the hidden guy at the start is just people that keep an eye on us because we're strangers? Like he was hidden.
And it could be the town just being shady.
Maybe the swamp has eyes.
I think it's more magical than just some guy.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go with swamp spirit.
The swamp does have eyes. Do you think it has ears?
That 16 lets you know that it's more about you than the area you're in.
Oh, I'm being followed, not we.
Yeah, yes. It would be more like that. You would get the intense feeling that this person is focused on you and gives two donkey dicks about anybody else.
If that's true, I would break off from the group and go to an empty place.
Would you let him?
Ham, you got your earring right. We won't be far away.
Yeah. We'll see if we can.
I could go with you because then at least if anything comes out of the blue, we might know about it.
Well, I think that might scare it away, whatever it is.
Okay.
Better to get it done than live in the fear of doing it.
I was gonna
Okay.
say our sneaky friend is not here. So
Yeah, one of us already got kidnapped. I don't know how I feel about another one of us getting kidnapped.
I mean, no offense,
Or
but they're gonna have a
Dwarfland.
lot harder time kidnapping him than they did Chick.
No, he's lost weight.
Well, just because he's lost weight doesn't mean he's small.
He's much easier to pick up. I mean, he might not be as easy as I am, but like.
I'll take slob.
Okay. Like instantly, like Rose seems to calm down at the idea of Slob, someone who can smell invisible things, going with you.
Yeah. I'll if I can, because I know it's a swamp, so there's probably docks and boats and weird stuff.
There's like you can see like I mentioned in the beginning, there is a path through the swamp made out of like clay and wood, and it is serviceable. So you can follow that or use that as a point to break off from. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I'll just try and go whatever the direction I felt it watching from. I'll go that way until I'm sort of alone.
all right, all right, you go, and it takes you out of the town. Obviously, because the town is. You can already tell like there's too many people doing too much erratic ass shit that there's like you can never tell when somebody's gonna be there, so you have to go beyond that, and you get outside the village a little bit and roll me another wisdomist check. This time I'll give advantage.
14.
14's not bad. You kind of like remember the feeling, and you're trying to like do that thing where you watch your periffs. Not that you're going in circles or anything like that, but you're like intentionally trying to see this, and you kind of after a little longer than you would probably have liked to be gone, but you're kind of like in this mode. You realize it's never you've had this feeling before. You had it in the prairie after the fight with Jeffrey and them, like, and now you're having it here, and it was always something that happened, not something that you made happen. So you kind of like just try to rest and kind of like center, and for lack of a better word, like meditate. And you kind of find yourself humming as you do, and you're walking along and you realize you're a little lost. Like, you're not, this is not your terrain, this is not your anything, you know what I mean? So roll me a quick nature check.
Oh, 18.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you can tell where you are is is different. Like the ground feels, while everything else in the swamp is saturated. You know what I mean? Like, or just full on underwater, unless it's the trail. The area you find yourself in feels soggy. Not necessarily saturated, like wetness on top of something incredibly hard, you know, but it's a deep wetness at the very least. And
Sorry.
I didn't hear it until that laugh. Yeah, that's on me. But give me the dwarven history check. For that's where you just have your advantage on history, right?
19.
There we go. Holy shit. All right. 19. You kind of like find yourself kicking at the dirt a little bit until you see some rocks over to your left. They weren't hard to see. This is just an out of the way place. But you can clear it off, and it is very very obviously an old, like, crazy old dwarven. It's not even writing so much as it is like storytelling through pictures, like hieroglyphs, but like not that intricate. I don't know how else to put it. But you can tell right away it's ancient and it's dwarven.
Can I see what any of the runes or writings mean?
With the 19 history check, you feel like you're close, but you're just like, you can't quite make them out. You know you've seen them before, it's just not coming to you at the moment, because there's a lot of other shit going on. You are still technically lost, you know what I mean? You did come out here to find a thing, you know what I mean? So this is, but
Can I do some sort of rubbing or write the runes down? Or
yeah, you can take time to like write the runes down. You put it in your calorie journal.
Okay.
Or whatever Ham's been using to help himself, because
Wonderful tracker.
you're right.
Can I, if I do a divine sense out here, can I just use it to get a sense of the alignment of whatever's watching me, or
Yeah, you kind of, after seeing the dwarven thing, and you know, dwarven doesn't always mean good dwarves, so fair, and you definitely feel like, you know, maybe you were lured here, so you don't know what the idea of it is, but you can tell without really trying. But I'm gonna need to see what you rolled because that's not your. I looked at the 19. Perception? No.
17 perception?
Yeah, that's solid. You can write them down. You can get them in your notebook. You can't tell what they are, but you feel like maybe Ro might. You know that they are deep in the book learning. They might have seen somewhere, or but at the bare minimum, your dad would know.
Yeah.
Hello?
Okay, well, I'll hang out for a little bit and see if the presence comes back, but if not, then I'll just go back.
You kind of wait and wait a little bit, and you're like, well, I guess now I gotta find my way back, and it's around like that time that you're about to give up. You feel it more intensely, and in your head and heart, you feel two words resonate inside you with a cacophonous fury. Like, just for it just being two words, it seems to bounce off the very being of your insides, and those two words are your oath. And then you can feel that feeling fade. That feeling of being watched doesn't dissipate.
The creature communicates my oath. And then stops talking, but is still there.
You feel like you're still being watched. Whether or not it's still there is a different matter.
Okay. Well, so I clearly understand it's some paladin bullshit.
Yes.
It just affects me, not them. I don't have anything to go on, so I'll just go, okay. The ancient dwarves of old paladins are watching me, and I guess I'll behave and go back to town.
All right. We're going to stop with you there and go back to everybody else who's hamless. And, what do you do when Ham leaves?
Okay, is the running consensus that Ham is actually losing his mind, or is something up? And
Oh,
and it's in this moment that he makes the statement that he's looking between his now two compatriots and realizes how small both of them are, and how uncharacteristically how abnormal it is to not have Ham next to him. And he's just gonna look. You guys are, I don't know why, but look smaller without Ham around. That makes sense.
he's a white dude. Good build, but still huge from
Or
my
maybe I'm
point of
just
view.
feel bigger.
In fairness, I am shorter than Thistle, and Thistle's not a tall woman. You might just be right. I think I'll have another growth spurt, maybe in my 300s. I don't know yet.
This is a long time from now.
Yeah, but time's relative.
How old are you? And he kind of looks at the blue goblin.
How old is Toga? How long does a goblin live?
And then,
It's like an orc, right? It's like a shorter life than a.
Yeah, they live short, brutal lives. Like it's not. Very rarely do they see old age.
Oh
I
no,
was gonna say that
he's
usually
60
they're like
years.
adults by the time they're like 10 or something. Like
Yes.
it's not.
an adult,
I've just looked it up.
not middle age. Yes.
They reach adulthood at 8 years old and live till 60.
So he's like 15. I don't know.
Which is really funny because I assume because our group is around like 15 to 17. Um, which means that Ro hasn't really actually technically become an adult. And this goblin has been an adult for most of its life.
No, Rhoda is an adult because she passed the test. It's all about that.
Oh, according to the town.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the only measurement of adulthood you would even know.
And more importantly,
Think about it.
why are you not crazy like all the other goblins?
Well, they are red goblins. I'm a blue goblin. I think that much is obvious
How do we know you're not a spy?
because I'm from the clan. I was born in the clan and I will die in the clan.
That makes you even more suspicious.
Just above table, all I know is his name. And he was made for fighting, not for much role playing.
So you can make up anything you want.
Yeah.
There
Well,
are
no,
some
I don't
things,
know.
but really just have fun with it. Whatever you want, I'll make it work.
Okay. Yeah, I am a spy.
I'm a spy.
And
I knew
reveal
it.
my face, am I a red goblin?
Ty literally palms your whole face with his hand and like shakes you.
It smells weird in
Well,
your
yeah, I
hand.
sweat from there. It's literally my axe hand.
I'm not a spy.
Okay.
Put me down.
Oh, okay. And sets him down.
I'm a dragon rider. From a special unit in the clan that
Okay.
rides dragons.
That rides dragons. And your big fat dragon, you've had her forever?
Yeah, where is my dragon?
Left her back
The dragon
at the bar.
No, the dragon never entered the town. It's been flying or just existing in the swamp around until it gets called.
Yeah, she's
Because
just chilling somewhere.
They went
There's not
for a
much room for
snack.
her here.
and the dragon riders are part of a ancient treaty that goes back to the mountains. So that the mountains
Also-
need to be involved with that dragon. That's the
Don't lump our blue dragons with those crazy reds.
Got it. So the
They
red
just
goblins
are
are from these
crazy
plains,
crack.
and you're from the mountains with the dragons and the clan, which is apparently also my clan, even though I don't really know anything about them. And you're obsessed
Shoot.
with my dad and by proxy me.
Yeah.
That makes you even more weird.
Yeah, for what I'm seeing, you've never told anything about your father. It's like watching the movies in the future, probably. You reunite all the kids around the fire and they tell your stories. And there's this big guy who kills everything and destroys everybody. And he poops lightning from his ass and throws storm from his ears. It's amazing. Everybody is scared shit of him. And here you are, your son, not knowing anything about that.
I didn't realize my dad could shit lightning, but that's kind of cool.
Well, that's a myth. I've
Oh.
never seen that. But it's probably true. I believe it. I want to believe it.
I mean, lightning can come from a lot of places.
We once saw a deer that was like having an intimate moment with the lightning in a sexual way.
Yeah, that must be the Storm King. That stories are more from fancy people, delicate flowers.
Oh no, we met him.
No, yeah. I mean, I like more the action stories.
Yeah,
Oh,
where
he's too
my dad's
romantic.
pooping lightning. That's
Yeah,
action.
yeah.
Ah.
He wants
Wait,
I
to
is
guess.
to a
Ty's dad
mountain.
like the deer but not the deer?
Sorry, what?
No, the deer said he wasn't my dad. I
Yeah,
asked
no,
him.
but are they similar? Is Ty's dad like the deer?
I don't know.
Like, but not a deer?
Well, they're connected by lightning, but
Are they brothers?
no, no, I don't think
Oh,
so. That
they
one
just
is
have similar
an
taste in
animal,
women. Oh.
and well, both of them are considered force of nature. So who knows?
Wait, is the
But
deer your mom?
No, he's a man. I mean,
But
I
your
don't know
dad's the
much, but I
storm,
don't think two
right?
men can have a baby.
No, but your
No,
dad's the storm. No, what's your? I'm confused.
I'm pretty sure my
no,
dad is like me, just
Oh,
bigger
bigger,
oh, he's a big man. Okay,
big man.
and probably bald.
a big bold man.
I think his head lives among the clouds, and he doesn't see his feet.
Wow.
Where's the rest of his body? Anyway,
It's the clouds covering the rest of his body. That's why he doesn't see it. That's how
Oh.
huge your father is.
I can't
he's
see my
like,
feet either, but that's because I've got shoes on.
My dragon either can see her feet, but that's because
She's
she's still
thick.
her baby fat.
Yeah. Oh, she's a baby? Never mind. She's chubby.
Yeah.
she's gonna grow into it. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, but I won't see it in my lifetime.
Oh. How
Uh,
does she feel about that? Will she eat you when you die?
Well, like a cat, I guess. She will eat my face if I die in front of her.
Oh.
And on that note, we're gonna switch back to Ham.
That's true. Dog will cry, a cat will eat you.
100%. Those eyelids and eyeballs are fucking gone. Anyway.
Fun fact, dogs do it first.
Hey, cool. I didn't get a fucking carnivore, so like I could not be eaten.
I
after I'm
mean,
dead.
I'm with you. Yeah, 100%.
After I'm dead.
So,
That's
Ham,
like a big caveat
think
to that.
I think do it first is relative. Which one ate last?
It's true.
Mm.
That is a solid argument. But yeah, Ham. Once again, you're walking, you and Slob kind of trudging through the swamp. Luckily, Slob's got kind of a good sense of direction on him. It can get you back onto, and you're both able to work together to find that path, that clay and wood path. And once again, you see, like, the second you step on that path, you're in that, like, special fucking periph space, or even on this side, it doesn't matter, it's just in your periphs. You can see that looming 8-foot figure that is definitely not a dwarf. But you can tell now that it all you can make out is armor, like tall polders. And give me a perception check, please. I looked at the thing and the last thing was a perception and I forgot to.
What's the 5? To be honest, most of my skills are compelled duel. I don't really have any spells to help me out unless I want to try and make it fight me.
Fair.
It's gonna have to be a roll. If I'm supposed to find out something,
It's no, it's just how much you put. You can just tell now that like it's a tall humanoid in armor. It's not just a vague thing. Like you can tell the sides are shoulder the polders. You know, not just indistinct swirling bits. You know what I mean? You can see.
does it still disappear whenever I look straight at it?
Yes, yes. You still like every time you try and get it, but now you can feel it. It's like it shifts to your other periph. When like you try to look at it, you're like, no, it's over here, like that kind of deal. Like it's
Can I cast Zone of Truth? Can I look away so it's behind me and cast Zone of Truth centered on where it is, and then ask it, "Who are you?"
you could do that with. You haven't tried that without the zone of truth, but just to save you a spell slot, you don't feel like you need that. Whatever this is, probably won't lie to you.
Oh, so I hit it with the Adele. Hello.
Yeah, right. And again, deep in your chest.
It's me.
Your oath.
Yeah. Yep.
What is your oath?
Oath of the Crown to my city.
No, like fancy it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, what did you?
Excited.
Yeah, like what did you put your oath into? What did your oath pertain to? Like that kind of thing, not just what subclass. Like zhuzh it up a little bit. Stand under the smoke detector, please.
No. I don't know. I just say, well, I took an oath to protect my city and my family.
How strong are your words?
Well, I meant them when I said them, and to the most someone can mean something when you say it. Never meant anything more than that since, or before.
Have your trials waned your words?
No. Seems they're more important now. There's more shit going on.
How fares your family? The words resonate, and you know it doesn't immediately mean just the Tri-Smithsons. Like this is a more like colloquial thing. You can tell it's not just family. This is, chosen family as well.
Hopefully, as safe as ever. Being as I'm not there, I can't really say.
You feel a shake inside of you as this being kind of steps forward a little bit. It's still like in your periffs, but roll me another perception check. Oh. But it's still hard to make out more than just the shoulders. For all you know, it could be like a pauldron and cloak situation at this point. But the your like whole sternumy heart organ area gets like rattled as visions of chick flood your mind, and the word liar rattles across.
A liar. Listen, I'm tired of this in the shadows bullshit. I drop my hammer and I drop my shield and I take my armor off. And I say, if you got something to say to me, then step up and say it. Because secrets don't serve the work.
Lessons must be learned.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're not going to teach them, then I've got somewhere to go.
That's all he says. Like, are you openly like challenging him to a fight? Is that the like?
No, I'm telling. I'm not a religious paladin. I'm a paladin with an oath to my city. I don't have time for mysticism. This is my oath. If you got a plan, if you got intel, let's do it. But if the shadow shit bothers him, so this is just like, okay, well, if you got a knife in the shadows, I took my armor off. Take your shot.
Oh, all right. Trying to think of how to word this. I guess that's just where it ends. You still feel like that presence is like watching you, like in that very judging way, but it just kind of like steps right back into that like gone from your vision space. Like,
Okay. I'll pick everything up and hop on him and hop on Slob and right back.
All right. Yeah, you guys switching back over to whatchamacallit.
And as the camera shifts, you hear, but how does lightning come out of his butthole?
Just making strength with their cheek. I don't know. That's why I asked you.
I don't poop lightning.
Don't the hair
Why?
in your neck go up when you poop?
No? It just,
Are you
I mean,
sure?
sometimes when it's like a hard poop, but like, not
It's
like
doing
regularly, no.
Wait, what does it mean if it's a hard poop?
Like, yeah, I just push harder. I don't know.
It's like
It-
the difference between thunder and
Oh,
lightning.
like the texture. I thought you meant
Well-
like a challenging poop. And I wondered if
No.
that meant that you knocked on someone's door and tried to poop on their doorstep before they caught you.
No, although that would be funny.
That
Uh,
would be a challenge.
the difference between thunder and lightning is obviously, for my father, apparently the act of pooping and farting. That has to be the difference. That's the only difference there can be.
I don't
Wait,
know.
what happens if he needs to go number one?
I think he just goes number one. I don't know. Maybe he pisses rainbows. I don't fucking know.
Damn.
Laser rainbows.
Laser rainbows. Okay.
I feel like this goblin is messing with you. I'm starting to
I feel
think that
like
your dad might not actually fart or poop.
I think either the stories are exaggerated, or you are not as pure blood as he is.
well, obviously I'm not a million feet tall with my head in the clouds, poop and lightning. I'm walking around down here. Uh, th- have we been walking in circles? And Tyler's just gonna like look around and like make a perception check.
I hope
Wait.
Ty's okay. Ty,
If,
Ham. I hope Ham's okay.
Muted.
There we go. It's actually at about this time that you start to look up and you realize, yeah, you've kind of like walked the entirety of the town, and you find yourself kind of like in the bazaar again. Like you I guess it was probably like the din of the sales and people kind of hollering back and forth, and probably specifically trying to get your guys' attention, since you're the only people that have anything new, it looks like, because all of these stands are very scant. And you can...
Well, we've got bad news for them.
I got an axe and a trumpet, but you can't have my trumpet.
Oh, I have.
Oh, you have those white girl
hook.
crystals. Will they buy those?
What? No, I have a hook to go in my brain and a pipe
Wait,
to
what?
smoke some bush with.
Smoke bush?
To meet the tiny god in my brain.
Now I'm really confused.
Yeah,
And you
like,
say
she's
a
got some
weird one.
ceremonial herbs.
But it came with a claw, and I don't know if I want to put the claw in my brain, so I might let them sell the claw.
What kind of claw is it? Like a bird claw?
I pull it out. It's like, from what I understand, it's kind of like a litter picker that goes in your ear and grabs out your brain.
Oh.
But I assume it's
Litter-
more metal and
litter
less.
picker.
like, you know, a litter picker for the gods in your brain.
What the fuck did Zozie sell you? Like, holy shit!
Do you not remember this?
I don't!
Oh.
Crystals.
No, I
just,
didn't
like,
get
itch
crystals.
the inner-
That was the irony. I didn't get crystals. I got a little picker to pull out the gods in your brain.
I know.
Can you just like scratch your ear with it too?
I
Or, like,
suppose you
If you
could.
put it in your ear, is it just gonna attach to your brain?
I'm not sure, and I don't know if I actually want to find out.
Oh, okay.
I knew
I have a trumpet.
somebody had some white girl crystals, and not just Ham. Like, because Ham
No,
had, crystals have function.
I had some that went into the necklace, but they went into the necklace stuff. And I was probably maybe offended about the white girl crystals being white girl crystals enough that I didn't want to have them.
Oh, okay, then I will stop using that term and apologize.
Oh, look, it's true, but that's why I'm angry. It's not.
You know
It's
what?
like
Fair.
it's like.
You can be mad at the honesty of it. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I respect that.
Oh
No one
man.
told you to tell the truth.
Yeah, it's.
But there are some fanciful rock formations.
I mean, if we're saying that I've got some, I will 100% sell them. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I
Holy
remember
shit.
that there was some. So, and
Yeah,
they're
Chica
different than the
stole
one
them.
that. Fuck,
What?
chick stole them.
Yeah, I stole them and gave it to Ro.
Oh, all right, even better.
Also, I don't know if this once again is my memory being my memory, but like I do remember there being several puddle trinket things.
Mhm.
And some of them were just like bones and shit, but some of them were more trinket-y.
They all had like a purpose, but some of them were like more than one use. I think is what it was.
I'll be real, I remember specifically being like, oh, what is this thing? And you being like, not right now.
Yeah, but we got them.
Yeah.
Is spells.
It spells. Okay, cool. That's
There they
so
are.
long as we know what it is.
I will tell you.
I was more asking if they're sellable, but
It
that
was
sounds like
shield, feather fall, gift of alacrity, speak with animals,
oh damn.
and I don't remember the last one.
There's a cocoon of gnats with Misty Step, which I took, I think,
And
and
Misty
then
Step.
Oh, and I changed.
oh no, I took the turtle shell for shield.
Yeah, and I changed the rabbit's foot to being a one-time only thing.
Oh, here it is. Feather fall, shield, speak with animals, Misty Step, and gift of alacrity.
Think speak with animals I can't learn, but Featherfall I can learn. Alacrity I think I have.
Well, they're not. I don't know how that works. They're not scrolls. They're trinkets.
Yeah, if Ty wanted or
Oh, okay, with you.
they you break them and they work, except for the mummified tongue, which is like a necklace, and you have to kiss the tongue and then you can speak with animals.
Yes,
Ugh.
but
Knows Featherfall. Maybe he can teach you when you reunite.
I feel like this is the kind of place that would want to speak with animals, and I don't personally want to kiss a tongue.
I wanna look around the bazaar and see if there's anything that immediately like jumps out at me as interesting or.
Is Ham here yet?
Soon. You see, that's kind of what you notice, is that nothing is remarkable. Like, some things are pretty, you know what I mean? That's not to say that, like, there's not, like,
Pretty remarkable?
pretty rugs for sale or decent pots or pans, you know, things like that. But it just seems that everything is
Moist?
Yeah,
Moist.
I was thinking that word too.
It's surprisingly
moist.
dry because they're up on pallets.
Everything's wet. Is that swamp magic? No, it's humidity.
Right. And then but yeah, you sort of realize nothing is really like nothing seems super remarkable, and that in itself seems weird. Ro, can you give me an intelligence check real quick?
Yes. Just intelligence?
Yes, please.
Okay. Nat 1.
Oh no!
Yeah, for a total of 6. Yeah, this all seems like your everyday run of the mill. Like, where is Ham? Like, you find yourself more concerned about Ham than what's going on at the bazaar.
Honestly, that makes sense. He's been gone a minute. I'm afraid of kidnapping.
And I guess Toga, roll me a perception check.
Who's vacuuming?
You might hear Killian screaming in the background.
No, the landscaping people from the HOA are here. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Nothing you can do about that. All right. Ooh, 15 perception. Nice. He kind of, you can see like all of these items, and you even remember that when you were here last, some of these, like, you remember that specifically this rug, like, that looked like it could be a a dragon or something like that, but it was a few stalls back, and now like there's a really nice teapot that's there. Like nothing's coming in or out of this place. It's all being shuffled back and forth, and that seems awful weird.
I mean, no, it's like they're sisters.
Solid.
What?
But yeah, it's but it's goods and services and trade items and things.
You mean it's like they're sisters? Who's sisters?
No,
They have some weird thing going on in these towns.
Oh.
You know, they don't go out too much. People outside doesn't.
Oh,
Mixed together with them.
Incestors. I've heard of this in a book. Incest.
Yeah, it's incestors. Yeah.
Yeah.
It-
I hear it happens in
well, it
small.
was nice being on Twitch.
That's why some of them are
I didn't know what you're on about. This is just about to talk about sisters.
This took a turn.
Right?
We were talking about sisters, and then all of a sudden we were in the backwoods of a swamp.
Right? It's like but yeah,
Sisters.
you
I'm rolled to hear
have
about
a-
it.
but someone overheard you talking.
Yeah, this is coming for a goblin.
Yeah, and they're like, well, you see, now that ain't nobody's fault, dude. Now that ain't nobody's fault. It
No
turns
judging.
out,
The incestors
There's a,
or
uh, I'm sorry. Oh, god damn, yo's a big one.
that's what people keep saying.
Holy shit, boy. I'm glad I ain't got.
I
to
bet
feed
you- I bet you my hand's as big as your face.
I bet you we don't find out. Licks his lips.
Uh-oh. I like my fingers. Never mind.
I might too.
No. No, I
I'm
really don't
finding
wanna.
these very cannibally now, and I do not feel as comfortable.
Well,
with
if anybody
the swamp
puts
has
their hand in your
eyes.
face, you have the right to bite them. Species
That's
is
fair.
not. You know what I mean?
They didn't actually. I'm just saying, like you just went straight to cannibalism real fast, Mr. Lizard.
I mean, is it wait, Ro, though? Is it cannibalism? Because I am very big and he's very small. And to be
cannibalism
well,
is
you
a
gotta
moral
be-
quandary in the first place.
They gotta be the same species. We ain't
No, we're
eat a
humanoid,
lizard.
but it's a moral quandary in the first place, and we're humanoid.
PETA says that all living things
You get struck down by lightning. You see in the distance a 40-foot wide bolt of fuck you land clearly.
it's not
Why
lightning,
does it
it's
smell like?
massive.
Why does it smell like cooked ham?
Slav is unharmed, just so everybody knows.
Killed by me.
But no, and it was like, well, this actually used to be quite the bustling area, if I do say so myself. This, all jokes aside and such. But this is actually a fairly recent development. You see, there's been something that was chased out of wherever it lived, and it done found its home relatively nearby. There's some ruins. If you go off trail, you can find them. They're about they're yonder. And he just kind of like does a half fucking sweep. There is no specific.
That's a broad area, sir.
yonder.
Isn't yonder who made our breakfast?
No, that's
No,
Rhonda.
that's Ron.
See,
That's
everybody
Rhonda.
knows Rhonda.
Rhonda.
Yeah, everybody knows Rhonda. Got the best vittles in 15 I don't have a word for what we're gonna call villages.
There was a good quantity of mushrooms.
Oh,
So you're saying there's a
you see
you're
this?
saying there's a monster that took up residency in the ruins out
Well,
yonder.
it took up a territory. You see, this is a a predator this particular place is not prepared for. But
Y'all are lizard people.
oh no, this is an abomination. It truly is. It is we have never seen a hunter of its ilk in the entirety of many of our lives.
If you were to say for scale, what kind of
No teeth.
abomination? Teeth, no teeth, tentacles, no
No
tentacles.
tentacles that we
No
have seen.
tentacles.
There's a
Okay.
tail. Now I don't know what you calls this thing, but we just call it the screaming death, because you hear the sound that
Oh.
sounds like scream, and then you realize you died.
Can I try, because that's quite specific, like you to hear a scream and then die?
It's a sound that sounds like a scream, but
Yeah, but like basilisk stuff like that, they're a
oh,
legend.
oh.
You know what I mean? So
Um,
can I? Because obviously I read a lot of myth legend booky person.
yeah,
Can I
there
do
are
some
things
kind
that
of-
fit that. Yeah,
Yeah, you know
there
what I mean. Like that
definitely-
is
Yeah,
okay.
give me a roll.
That's what I'm asking. Yeah, what one?
Um,
Is it a
give
history?
me a book learning check? Is there?
Is that history?
That's
Does that
gonna
count?
be
Does that count as history?
Intelligence, like that's a history
Um,
check, right? Is intelligence?
Yeah,
Yes.
but can I roll history?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't.
Oh yeah. No, it's yeah. But chow. Damn it. Oh, 22.
What do you mean, damn it?
Because it was a 1400.
But yeah, that plus eight. I'm sorry, I get what you're saying now. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I was like, gonna be history.
But yeah, your mind races. You're like, oh, it could be this, it could be this, it could be this, and you're like, and he's like,
No tentacles.
well,
Scream.
it's got these wings like you wouldn't believe. We can barely until it comes down, we can barely see it. It ain't a matter of the sun. Whatever black and brown wings this thing has, it is in the air. It is unmatched in speed, and that is to say that on the ground is no different. For while it also has wings, it has these terrible claws. 4 paws indeed, looking like an angry swamp cat, full of spots and yellow. It is a sight to behold for the moment you see it, but in that moment, I promise you, someone you love has died, and that's why we ain't got the normal shipment of goods and attractive entertainments.
So did my 22 tell me what that is, or
Oh, it sounds like a specific kind of griffin.
oh, okay, that because that's what I thought, but
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
I
is
thought
he
I described
telling
it
me?
well, and I was hoping, but yeah, but yeah, it's 100%. It seems like
It's a griffin,
some
okay.
type of griffin.
Okay, in that case, I look down at Ty, who I assume I am probably still on the shoulders of, and I go, I'm pretty sure that's. I mean, I don't know what kind. Obviously, chimeras are complicated animals, but that's like a griffin-y jobby. Like, the ones with the like quah in the front and the rah in the back.
Well, I mean, we know where the business in the
no.
front and the work in the back is. Like, we understand a good mullet.
No. I
do
don't know
too.
what that is, bro. But
A griffin. Griffin.
Now that
Like,
could very well be it. We ain't the most loyal to folks around there.
No, it's a chimera for sure. It's got wings and it flaps and it runs and it's
It
fast.
sure does.
It's probably the DM's poorly hidden fantasy for rocks attached to attached to.
not to
I'm
be
not
called
saying
out.
no. I'm not saying no. I'm just saying I didn't think it, but I'm not saying no.
It's a peregrine falcon attached to. Yeah, I know exactly what you were doing as soon as you said it flies very fast. I was like, oh, this bitch, this bitch and his bird fetish.
I like avians.
I know.
They're
Um,
the sexiest aliens. Sorry.
The irony of that is that in our other campaign, they're currently growing a dragon and a bird of some kind, and Jacob wants the dragon and Thea wants the bird, but they both have the opposite.
The character, like, it doesn't make sense in the game to, like, actually have that fucking switch. And me and Jake are both like, ugh. But it is
I
what
love
it is,
it
you know?
because
All for the role play.
I do believe that every opportunity to take away the bird, it's funny to. But at this stage, it wasn't necessarily a few years back, but now it is. Like, so yeah, it's a griffin, and I relate that to Tor and Ty.
Unless Sabi, as the DM, wants to suddenly give my druid character the ability to wild shape into a lunar dragon.
No.
Yeah.
Just a like an analogous to true polymorph or something.
Which
a very
is
simple-
what level?
But anyway, yeah, and it's kind of towards the end of this story that you notice Ham is just standing with the group now.
Oh, hi, Han.
I don't know how to bring
You know,
it in. It's not really like
For the amount of armor you wear and the size that you are, that was surprisingly stealthy.
Well, I was just not here, and then I walked up to being here, so now I am.
I guess I just wasn't ready.
The real simple situation, honestly.
it's almost you were enraptured in the old man's tale of the screaming death.
We found a griffin. Well, I mean, we didn't find it. They found it. But there's a griffin.
And apparently it is making commerce difficult for this town.
I think we should kill the griffin.
Why?
Because if they
Maybe we'll have something to sell.
Exactly. And we can sell bits of the griffin to them. They'll love that.
Well, if they-
Yeah.
Like, I can see a raccoon spit roasting over there. Can you imagine how happy they'd be to have a griffin?
I can't say as I've eaten griffin meat. Is it stringy?
I'd assume it's rich because it's like poultry and like game, right? It'd be gamey, right? It's like deer, lion.
But they eat garbage, so like maybe it's just fatty.
Well, that
I'm
might be.
sure it has been eating lizard people.
The old man's like, well, I guess we'd find out if it tastes like bird or like cat.
I don't
Or
want
both?
to. I don't know if I want to know what cat tastes like.
Rabbit.
Well, then maybe don't
other
eat a
white meat.
griffin. Because if
But
it doesn't taste
we-
like chicken, it's going to taste like...
Well, chicken just doesn't taste of anything, which is why. But what I would say is we don't know what kind of griffin it is yet, so we should work that out because it might not be a cat griffin.
What
might-
kinds of
It might
griffin
be a
are there?
lizard griffin. I don't know. My 22 didn't tell me all that.
Oh,
Maybe it's a hippo
I
griffin.
explained the yellow with dots.
It's a leopard griffin.
cheetah. Close.
It's a cheetah griffin.
Yeah, it's a cheetah, peregrine, falcon griffin.
Oh, it's a speed griffin.
Yep.
A
I
speedy boy.
see.
Maybe we can be friends with it, and then somebody else can fly besides the goblin.
I thought a griffin just a
I
four-
would like to be friends
Bird.
with them, but I don't.
What?
know if-
Ham?
I thought a griffin was just a four-legged bird.
It's
No.
lion body,
It's a
lion
lion.
body, and eagle face.
Chimera.
I thought that's a hippogriff.
No,
that's a
hippogriff is
horse.
specifically a
It's a
horse.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like hippodrome.
Okay, so
Hippopotamus.
they're both chimeras.
Mm-hmm.
A griffin is an eagle and a lion, and a hippogriff is like a eagle raptory bird, but always a horse. But it's unlike a Pegasus, where the Pegasus has a horse face.
Is this coming from the Google?
No, this is coming from me spending too much of my autistic
Yeah.
childhood being obsessed with this exact thing.
And I reaffirm Sage.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. All of my fairy tales that I've read tell me so. It's the best.
And
I
then
got.
the classic Chimera Chimera is a snake, tail, lion head, goat head, head, eagle wings,
Your
eagle front claws, and lion back claws.
It's a lot of shit.
Unless you're playing Final Fantasy, and then it's like 5 tails or something.
Right?
stupid.
Some fucked up shit.
and then there's the Manticora, which is the funniest one of all
True.
of them because it has a
the
human
Manticore.
face.
Manticores are the ones with the scorpion tail.
Yep.
So ugly.
And all of them
But,
stem out of Greece. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
So you want to hand this cheetah griffin?
Well,
That's not. I got no means to make such a.
I'm not asking you, lizard face.
You
Your eyes are
little blue
suspiciously
shit.
too close. I'm asking
He's a
these
goblin,
fellas.
which means he's uncultured and lives in a hole. Please ignore him. And I will literally put my hand back on his face and push him backwards.
Eyes
behind
close
me.
together, which looks like inbreeding and some sort of birth defect. So
Yeah,
we
we're
won't,
gonna be Cyclops in 2 generations.
we won't be done. Seriously, you backwater inbred.
I think what they're trying to say is we would be happy to deal with your griffin for money or stuff, depending on how much you have of either or both.
Salvage, most importantly, and maybe a little coin. So we
Weren't you looking for your friend? And didn't you have a
I'm-
mission or something?
Yeah.
yeah, but
But-
like,
I also want to fight stuff, and there's no one here that'll fight me, so I'm gonna go find a griffin to fight.
I mean, to be fair, we don't know where our friend is, and maybe the griffin, has the financial capability to give us the intel. Because I can't find it here. Maybe we need to, just wait around the place, be confused for a bit, like in all
Or
good
maybe these ruins are on the way to what is
yeah,
that
you
place
never
called?
know.
And this is
Within-
the
Quite
first
quick.
time of them talking about the ruins in front of you. You weren't here for that. You didn't make it at that part of the story, but now you're hearing about the ruins. That you
You're talking to him.
to him, like he heard about it even though he was already there. Just to be clear.
I hate to do this, but I have to go.
Okay.
Oh, all right. I hope everything's okay.
Yeah, no, we're good. I thought I didn't have to work till 12. Turns out I have to work at 11, so I have to shower and go to work.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
All right then. I guess.
You can soldier on without me or not, but thanks for playing. Bye,
Yeah,
guys.
Oh,
thanks.
thank
Sorry.
you.
Bye.
See you
It's all
next
good.
time.
See you next time.
All right. Now we're gonna fight the griffin while Sabi's gone. You're inundated by one-hit goblins.
No, a dragon against a griffin, that's a story I could tell back in the clan.
kill
I-
the big
I do think that like it would be nice to have a pet griffin, but knowing the smallest amount about griffins, it's unlikely that an intelligent, highly aggressive creature will be my friend for fun. Although I am friends with Ty, so
Also, they call it the scream death.
The screaming death, yeah.
I don't think something that can kill that fast these inbreed motherfuckers is gonna be easy to tame.
Well, did anybody try saying hi?
you know what? I could try saying hi, like just walk into the swamp.
You have
Hi.
talk with animals now in that trinket.
We do have talk with animals, but I don't know if a griffin is an animal or a monstrosity.
Well,
I mean, it's
it's
a couple of animals, really. Like that.
That's why I wonder if it's a
Yeah, that's-
monstrosity.
at least half animal.
I mean, at least it's not an owlbear griffin. That'd be worse, right?
I think I'll allow it.
That would be hilarious.
Okay,
think
I
I'll
think we
allow
should talk with our animals and just try saying hi.
I'll check the monster manual real quick, just to see. Raw. Oh, raw. It's a large monstrosity. Yeah.
Hmm. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Raw is also how I prefer to have sex.
But a monstrosity is just an animal that crossed the line.
Kill me!
I feel Wee. Now, great, thanks, Jacob. Because like, I'm not gonna lie, that has sent me on a.
Bring you in the mind of a little Full Metal Alchemist.
I
Edward.
honestly,
Edward.
you're taking me on an adventure I didn't consent to. Like, I am the third person, the Bible in the nightstand, that did not consent to this journey. However, I think we should research this screaming death thing. I think we should try and find out what we can about like where it's been seen and stuff like that, so that we can maybe unalive or say hello to it, whichever one. Like, because if we go when it's just eaten, it might not eat us.
I'd be tired.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah, maybe use some bait before, just in case.
Exactly. It'd be fine. Like if we give it like a large meal and say hello, a bottle of wine, some flowers. You never know.
Some Billy Joel, an Italian restaurant in the background.
I've made you a nice little token when we do eventually get.
We get to speak with animals just long enough for it to go, I'm a griffin. Bitch, okay.
Right? Like,
Oh.
speak with animals. The animal
guess-
says, fuck you.
The Speak with Animals one is one that keeps refreshing every day.
Yep, that's the one that is a once a day like replenishable. All the others break.
But we have to lick it with our tongues.
You just have to kiss, and it's like, I don't know how to put it. It's like a long-ish tongue, like a cow tongue, but like it's got like a metal end where it's like hooked up to, and you can just kiss the metal end. It's not.
Oh,
like,
so it's not like a zombie tongue.
no. It's like you don't have to be like, and then now you talk to animals. No. You just kind of like do the
I think it's
thing.
a practical
Okay, that's
joke.
not quite so bad.
Plot twist, Speak with Animals doesn't work. Not because it's a monstrosity, but because it already speaks an intelligent language, which is abyssal. And tentacles in its mouth, and it kills us.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I was wrong about the tentacles. That's all you hear right before you die. It's like, why the fuck are you here? And not helping.
Anybody talks abyssal?
I might do actually, of all things, because sometimes I randomly do.
I
It
think
makes me
Morty
happy.
does.
No, I just
No, Goblin. Goblin was the weird little language I showed this
I
time.
talk Goblin right now.
Wait. Ah!
I speak common.
That's me speaking Goblin to talk.
Ah,
I don't know how to take any of this.
You better not understand what we're saying.
Well, they shouldn't. Like, they don't speak Goblin.
but you
I
two-
can't tell, like, if these are spikes up on the bird's back of the head, or if it has a small beak, or if its head is just turned all the way back around.
Oh, it was, yeah, you know what? It is unclear. I had worried. That's a good point. Bear with me. Let me just.
Because if
make
it has a
more clear.
spike, it's also part unicorn or rhinoceros, and that
It
is
was-
just a
Yeah,
whole...
I thought it was a feather coming out of.
It was going to
Back
be a
of
feather,
his head.
yeah.
No, it's a griffin from this world's version of a Sarah McLachlan commercial, and it's got just a broken off beak because of
and poachers.
It's trying to
In
eat,
the
but
arms of an angel.
it can't eat.
It's just
So
gumming everything to death.
Fly away from here.
we stop here.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, we can.
Yeah, I
stop here,
think
that's okay.
I might be too derailed to continue.
Yeah.
That's okay. That happens.
What, Sarah McLaughlin?
And it's a good place. Hunting the next day.
Yeah.
Maybe
Do a
Sarah
little
McLachlan.
research next time, and then go see what you can find out.
Sarah McGriffin.
Sarah McGriffin.
All right. But on that note, yeah,